Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are doing great. This is a whole new lecture, okay? And Python is almost complete. There are few video like I will add few more videos in that list because there will be a revision and all those stuff, right? So that part is done, and since like I'm moving in this way, so we have to cover Python, okay? First, okay? So I think this is done. Then we have to go with databases. This is what we are starting with today itself. Okay, this we're gonna start from today itself. Then we have a Flask. Okay, Flask and Django. Okay, so these are the frameworks. Okay, these are the frameworks. So we will start uh, doing this after databases. Okay, so the agenda for today will be databases. Okay, from very beginning I will start. Okay, so let me just reduce the pointer to 3. Okay, 3 will be good. So yeah, we will be starting from the database. So the topic which I want to cover in this video will be like what is data, then what is metadata, then what is databases, okay, what is SQL, what is NoSQL, and what all like softwares are included, right? And then if time permits, then we will see like how you can connect your databases with the Python script. Okay, so the first thing which I want to cover is like what is data? What is data? What is data? Okay, so can you think of any like any definition you have any in your mind, like what can be a data definition? Anything? Okay, so I can say a piece of information present in a form of text, images, or videos, and etc. So, what is data? Data, in simple word, it is a piece of information, right? Any information, any like relevant information, okay, which can be present in anything, right? It can be present in text, image, or video, and there are more way to represent your data, right? So we can say that these information as a data, right? And the second question arises like you might be hearing two terms frequently, okay, or in interview for the fresher especially, they might ask you like what is metadata, okay, what is metadata. So second question will be like what is metadata. So what is metadata? So I can say here a data about data. So what that it mean? So in simple word it can be say that information about data. Okay, so let's suppose you know what is data. Data is a like information present in can it can be present in any form, right? So you got you got one image, right? And let's suppose this is a this is a relevant data. Okay, and now for that image, what is the size, where this image is coming from? Okay, where this from where it is coming from, where it is coming from, and so on. and so on. These are what? These are addition, like these are additional data, right? Addi- Additional data. Okay, yeah. So these are what? Additional data. So these are nothing but these are the metadata. So you got your data, which is this image, okay, this image, okay, this image, and what is the size of this image, where it is coming from, and all that stuff can be your metadata. So I hope these two terms are clear. What is data and what is metadata? Now, if if you have to think about databases, okay, so I can say databases have two terms because the word itself is describing, right? What is the word? What is the word? The word is database, right? What is database? Database. I can say that it got a two term. First term is data and second term is base. Okay, so from this we can get very clearly that it is nothing but it is nothing but collection of data present in any source. Okay, any source from where you can just retrieve or where you can insert more data, right? So further, if you have to elaborate further, so you can say that from where you can retrieve retrieve and insert data. So database is nothing. It is a collection of data present in any source. Okay, it can be any source. Okay, let's suppose your database is present in a cloud. Okay, in a cloud it is present, right? So this is your database. Okay, that can be present in cloud, and or it can be present in like any physical location, right? Like, why I'm drawing this? Sorry, it can be present in any physical location, right? You might be heard of data centers and all that, right? It can be present in a physical location. Okay, so location. So database is nothing but it's a collection of data which can be present in that can be present in any source, right? It can be cloud or physical or many things. Okay, and where you can retrieve or fetch the data. So retrieve is like when like from where you can retrieve, like you can fetch the data, fetch the data, fetch the data from the source, or you can you can insert the data as well. Okay, as well, and you can perform like basically you can perform or like basically I can say basically you can you can manipulate the data. Yeah, right. So I hope these three terms are very clear. So because this is very basic, so I want you to be very clear on this. So I think this is clear. What is data? Okay, then what is metadata? Okay, metadata. Okay, and then what is databases? Okay, I hope these things are very clear. If not, just you can, if you are writing it somewhere, you can write, or this is like this is my own definition, right? So you can, if you want to like if you want to form your own definition, you definitely you can form, right? This is a very layman term I want to explain you. So I have given my definition here. So if you're writing, I will give you like 1 minute. You can write. Okay, now I think these things are clear. Now we got something. Data, your data, your data can be can be present in any three forms, basically. Okay, so basically your data can be present in any three forms. It can be structure, okay, it can be unstructured, okay, or it can be semi-structured. Okay, so these are some of the forms of your data. So what is structured data? Structured data is nothing but structured data. If I talk about structured data, is nothing but nothing but you can you can represent in the form of in the form of in the form of rows and columns. Okay, so let's suppose, for example, for example if I have to say, then we have a, let's suppose you got one table. Okay, okay, so let's suppose you got some table here, right? And so this is your ID, this is your name, and this is a class, right? So you got some information here, some information here, and some information here, right? So this is a structure. These, like the way I'm representing this thing, right? This is table. This is called table in terms of in terms of uh, structured databases. Structured databases. Okay. So this is the format of uh, this format is known as table, right? And in table, what you have rows. These are row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4, right? These all are rows. Okay, these are rows, and then you have one column, two column, and three column. These are your columns. Okay, so ID is what? ID is what? One. Let's suppose any data you have here, here, here. Okay, so any data uh, which can be treated or which can be represent in the form of rows and columns. Okay, or you can say which we can represent those data in a table. Those are those are structured data. Structured data. Can you give me any example? Can you give me can you give me an example? Give me example. So in a very layman term, if I will ask you, right? So your attendance sheet, okay? Your attendance sheet will be, for example, for example, your class attendance sheet, okay? Class attendance sheet will be one example, right? So what will be in your class attendance sheet, right? If you open the register, okay, then what you will get the date, right? date, student name, student name, okay, name, then you got a roll number, okay, roll number, and then whether it is present or absent, right? So I can represent these things in table, right? Like this I can do it, right? For every student I can maintain like this, right? So if I will have to do it, I can do it, right? In this way, and this way I can represent it. For every student, you will get some data here. For every student, let's suppose you got date, something here, something here, something here. You got one student, two student, three student, okay, then their roll number respectively. You get a roll number for that, whether it is present on that day, yes, let's suppose yes, no, then you have no and yes, okay, then you have yes, no, right? So for that, so I can represent these things in like a table, right? So this can be structure, this is a structure format. Then you got something on a structure, on a structure, okay. Now an on a structure, now an on a structure, structured data are those data which cannot be, not be represented in the form of rows and columns easily, easily, right? Or or I can say, or I can say, or I can say that the nature of these data are not present in the form of rows and column. Okay, so for example, for example, text, right? Image, right? And then we have videos and etc. So these are the data which you cannot they are not by default present in rows and rows and column, and you might be faced like little difficulties like uh, when you're trying to uh, format those data in the form of rows and columns. So I hope you're getting it. So the example is image, any text data or any videos, right? So those things are like by default they are not present. The nature of those data are not in the form of rows and columns. So these are what? These are unstructured data. Okay, these are what? Unstructured data. Now we have something called semi-structure. Okay, so we have something called semi-structured data. Semi Semi-structure. So these are the data which are not fully present in structure nor in uh, unstructured. on a structure forms, but they can be treated to form a from a structure format. For example, JSON or like or XML. So if you don't know about XML, it is a format. Okay, so this you can be referring as dictionary. This is nothing but dictionary. And one more thing, right? In Python, right? In Python, in Python, we have dictionaries. Okay, dictionaries. But in another programming languages, or in most of the programming languages, languages, dictionary is nothing but nothing but JSON. So if I'm writing JSON, you can directly like think in this way. This is just a dictionary. Okay, so JSON is also a dictionary. There's a two naming convention is there. Okay, so they are almost same, right? What is dictionary? This is nothing but this is a name, right? Name. Okay, you got some name, and this is a roll number. If I will say roll number, right? And this. Okay, so this is what this is dictionary, right? We called it as a dictionary, right? And this is JSON. Okay, these are two naming convention. These both are same, right? Both are same. So this is what example of semi structure. So if I will write like this, right? Name, name. Okay, for name we got some value. Okay, and for this ID or roll number, anything will be there here. Okay, so these are semi structures. Okay, and you can you can convert these things to like in a structure format, right? I will show you how in upcoming videos. I will show you how you can do it. Okay, now I think this is also clear, that your data is present in three formats or three forms: structures, semi-structures, and unstructured. Now we have something called database types. Okay, so so we have database types. Okay, so mainly we have two types. Mainly we have two types. Okay, first one is SQL. Okay, and then second one is NoSQL. And NoSQL means not only SQL. Okay, so SQL is what? SQL is responsible for handling handling relational relational data or structure data. I will say structure data. And no SQL is responsible for handling unstructured data. Unstructured data. Okay, so we got a two databases here. Okay, first one is like there are two types of databases. One is SQL and second one is NoSQL, right? And like and if you will have further detail, like if you want to know the database's name, right? So these are two categories of databases. So your database can be, I will show the diagram here. So let's suppose, okay, and let's suppose your database is here. Okay, this is your database. This is the type. Okay, this can be type. We have SQL. Okay, we have NoSQL. Then we have SQL, Oracle, SQL Lite. I will tell you what these things are. Okay, and here we have MongoDB, MongoDB. We have Cassandra. Okay, we have Redis as well. And there can be a lot more databases. So I will tell you what these things are. So we got our databases, right? We know what is databases. Those databases, what is databases? It is a source, right? Source from where the data are coming from. Okay, this is a source, right? And this source can store like these. This is what a collection, right? Collection is like where you can store your data, right? Where you can, like I told you, right? So in the definition, what I have written. So just think in this way. Where is the definition? Okay, so let me. So yeah. So what I have told you about databases, it is nothing but the collection of data present in any source from where you can retrieve or insert the data, right? So this, let's suppose. So let's suppose this is your data, right? This is your source. Okay, so this source can handle any one thing. Either it should handle structured data, okay, or else it can handle unstructured data. Unstructured data. Okay. If this source is handling structured data, then it will come into the SQL type, right? So the software you can use is like SQL, okay, SQL, Oracle databases, and SQLite. So these are nothing but these are the softwares for handling. These are the database softwares. These are the database softwares which can handle handle uh, structured data. Okay, structured data. Okay, and these are the softwares. These are database softwares. Database softwares which can handle unstructured data. Okay, so I hope things are clear. So let me have a recap what we have done till now. Okay, so till now what we have covered very basic things, right? So we talked about data, then we talked about metadata. Okay, Then we talked about databases. Okay. Then we talked about data form. Okay. Then we talked about what? Databases, type, types, and then we talked about databases, database softwares, right? Softwares, softwares. Here we talked about the definition, right? This what we got the definition. We got the definition here, and we got the definition here. Then we talked about here what the form structure, semi structure, and we got unstructured, right? Unstructured, right? Then we got database type, right? We got SQL, and then we got NoSQL. Okay. Then we have a softwares for SQL. What we have Oracles, and we have SQL, and we have SQLite, and here we have MongoDB, and we have Cassandra, and then we have what? Then we have what was the Redis? Okay, and there can be more software here. Okay, there can be more software. More software will be here. Okay, and even from here you can have more softwares. Okay, more softwares. Okay, so these are the these till now, like we have talked about this. Now just give me one thing, because like theory part is almost done. Okay, now just tell me one thing, right? uh, just think about it, like in our day-to-day life, right? How you can relate, and how where we are using databases. Can you think of anything, right? Uh, any like any layman term, like, and I can say, right, it is like a 100% chance that you're using a database in every day, like like even if you're watching this video, somewhere you are using databases. Okay, so the thing is, let's suppose I will take example of Swiggy. Okay, what is this? This is a food delivery app, right? Food delivery app, right? Food delivery app. When you open this app, right, what do you see? Different restaurant from nearby your location, right? Like restaurant 1, restaurant 2, restaurant 3, right? So did you ever imagine how these things are coming from, or where these things are coming from? So there will be something somewhere, right? These information is coming from. So how these information is coming from? So these information is coming from their databases, right? So what initially happened, right? In a layman term, if I have to tell you, so what is happening here? What is happening? What is happening? Let's suppose there is two-person, right? Owner, restaurant owner, okay? Then restaurant owner, and you are a end user, right? You are end user, which is just using Swiggy. Okay. Now uh, this restaurant user uh, created an profile on Swiggy, created a profile on Swiggy. So by just creating a profile, what all information Swiggy will take? Swiggy will take the restaurant name, name, okay, and it will take location, dishes, what they are providing, then timing, Okay, for now, just think like these all information a restaurant owner have to give to the Swiggy, right? While creating a profile on Swiggy. Okay. Now these information will what where these information will go? These information will somewhere they will store there in their databases. Okay, their databases. Now, when you open the app, and if you they have some logic or somewhere, right? If your location matches, right? The location matches with which with this restaurant location, right? Then these are the information coming from the database directly to the to your screen, right? So this is a very this is a very in I'm explaining in a very layman term. So these are the information somewhere stored in stored in their databases. Even your as an end user, when you have created a profile on Swiggy, right? They ask you about like as an end user, what you do? You give your phone number, flat flat location, name. Okay, so these are the information you just you give, right, while creating a profile on Swiggy, right? So I hope you do order some food from the Swiggy, right? So what they do, once you order, right, the delivery partner come, or they will call you directly, right? Okay sir, I'm on your location where you are. So how these and do you tell every time that okay, this is my number, this is my location, this is my name? No, right? Once you just save once while just creating a profile, you have given these data to the Swiggy. And what Swiggy will say? Swiggy will save these data into their databases, right? Now, every time you order anything, right? So what they do? They will take this data. They will prefer the well, let's suppose your food is prepared, okay? Then they will do use your data whatever name and everything is here, and they will give it to the delivery partners and delivery boy or anyone, right, who is responsible for delivering your food, right? They will directly deliver to your location. Okay, I hope things are clear because this is a very mm, layman term I'm trying to tell you. Okay, now just if you're using any social networking site, right? So you might be thinking, right? Lots of videos upload, lots of videos, right? Or lot of pictures are getting upload, right? And let's suppose you just do one a very small thing, right? You might be seeing, right? Let's suppose you have any random photo, right? Or random photo, right? What do? You just uploaded these photos on any on any social networking site. Social networking site. Okay, so let's suppose you got one photo which is present in your local, right? And you uploaded those photo on the any social networking site. What and then what you do? Just go to that photo what you uploaded and delete it from your device. Okay, and then open the social networking site where you have just uploaded the photo. You will still get your photo, right? Even though you have deleted from your own device, right? But still you will get your photo, right? How? Because those photos are not get saved, they got saved in get saved in social net social networking site, right? So what you did, you clicked any photo, random photo, right? Any nature's photo, right? And you uploaded that photo on the social networking site, and you have deleted the that photo from your device, right? Now even you have access, right? Because you have uploaded the photo. And what happened once you uploaded the photo, those photos are getting saved in the that social networking site. Okay, so you can do anytime if you want to download it, you can download it, right? So these things are these is how in the back end these things are working like this. Every time if you're doing any search, right, what happens? Google is maintaining a server. Server is what? Server and server. There might be there are some place where these information are stored, right? If you're accessing YouTube, right? Also on the server you type YouTube, right? So when you hit the domain, right? So what happened? It make a request, okay, and then you get the response like your YouTube is open, right? So everything is stored and like in everything you are just doing. And one more thing, everything is stored in database. I told you, right? Everything, almost everything, not everything, almost everything, whatever you're doing, whatever you accessing from the internet, right? Whether you are whether you are clicking on some website or uh, watching videos on YouTube or anything, there is some connection from your database. And one more thing, in every step, almost every step, it will be clear. Okay, just listen, okay, I will not write. So in every step, right, almost you are doing two things, right? Two things only. Two things only. One is like uploading, okay. One is uploading, or one is like inserting, and one second one is uploading. Either you're fetching the data from somewhere, like it can be anywhere, YouTube or anyone, or either you will be uploading the data, right? Or there is one more thing, right? While you be searching, just search this word, search this by your own, right? What is your web footprint? Okay, just footprint. I think this is a word, web footprint. Okay, I guess this is a name, or let me search it for you. Web. Okay, so yeah, this is a name. So website footprints. Yeah. So just uh, just search this word, okay. You will get more information about how you this is like additional thing, right? You don't have to search, and this is not be related with this course or this database lecture. But if you want to know something, like when you do any search or go on any website, so how they collect the data from you and anything, right? So just this is the one of the like major thing they do, okay. So you can search what is web footprint and all that. So yeah, this is a lecture of database, and I hope these things are clear till now. In this video, we like I have just covered in a, like in a very layman term, so you all can understand, okay. And I hope things are cleared. If not, you can just comment down below and I will try to answer you back, okay. So yeah, this is from my side. I'm done. Okay, go on, just search it by yourselves, little bit, explore more. And if I'm wrong somewhere, you can just correct me down. Okay, there is no issue. Suggestions are like always always good, right? So yep, you can suggest me anything. So till then, like take care, and I will meet you in the next video. Bye bye.